I don't think we've done a Tomi Lahren one in a long time here. With
long time. We don't generally give her attention.
It's been a little while.
Well, I mean, ever since she was fired from The Blaze, she hasn't really had a place to call her own. I mean, we did one with her bitching about the Tide Pods and stuff. And
that was
they're trying to say that that's like the current generation thing. It's like, no, not many people are doing that.
Terrible. She's awful.
She's such a terrible, horrible.
Well, she's on Fox
person.
News again, and because they fucking love her over there, and she's going to tell us about how
she's a pretty white girl with blonde hair.
Of course she is. She's blonde. Her. Yeah, of course.
And she's got super hot. Like she is.
She's not unattractive.
And she also has a really nice speaking voice.
Yeah, she does, but she uses it so terribly.
She's awful. She's horrid. I think she's a disgusting human being.
Yeah. No,
I hate her.
No, I disagree with both you guys on there. I've seen the waveform for her voice. There's shit in there that just, nobody should see. It's terrible. I'm kidding. I'm making
so much. Yeah, so much
audio engineer stuff that I could talk about.
Oh God, what do they call
the
it?
EQ for her voice is just wrong for me. I don't like it. All right, here we go. Tomi Lahren. She wants to talk about liberals, of course, because that's what she does.
Like it or not, President Trump has done some outstanding things for the people of this country.
Name one. Name one. One.
Well, I mean, he has done quite a bit to unify the left.
Yeah,
that's a great thing. Yeah,
I mean, he's done a lot to fire up the opposition.
And also,
she's going to tell us what he's done that's so good for this country. Right, and I guess we're going to pick that apart. Let's see.
Let me help you and your delusional band of impeachment-hungry fools understand. Let's start with the economy. Trump pushed through a tax cut for 80% of American taxpayers.
That goes away after a number of years.
Right. It really hasn't done anything. But let's add a little bit to this, because you know what else? He and his administration did?
Made permanent tax cuts for businesses.
No, they fucked with mortgages.
Yeah.
So yeah. My taxes went down. My mortgage went up. Guess what?
In the actual tax situation, because they fucked over homeowners and middle income people, only about 50% of people are going to actually see a benefit from the tax plan, me being one of them, which is going to disappear after that, 10 years, 8 years, something like that. 8 years, I think. 8 years, something
like that.
Something like that. After 8 to 10 years, that's going to completely disappear for me.
Yeah.
And then
you mean just in time for the Democrat to take over, unless he loses at midterm.
Me personally, even if my wages go up because I'm a traditional employee, it's not going to matter at all to me. That's only 50% of the population, and it's weird, but it's almost like this tax plan. People have already figured out that they're fucked.
Yeah,
because 50% of people are like, "Oh shit, I'm fucked under this tax plan."
Oh, and let's see, healthcare, we're fucked there.
Yeah, there's the healthcare.
Wait, let's let Tomi do the hard work first. Let's let her do the hard work.
And what do the Democrats want to do? Raise taxes. American paychecks are getting bigger under Trump, and they want to fix that.
No,
seriously?
Okay, no, actually, wages are not increasing under Trump. In fact, there's a concern that they're going to stagnate even more than they have.
Yeah.
Because even although Obama recovered quite a bit of the economy, they did not address wages, and that's because he only had 8 years, and that's fine. You know, he did.
It was a big
one of the big pushes.
Economy.
One of the big pushes for Hillary on her fucking website on the campaign platform was raising minimum wage, which could have been done, but nope, it didn't happen.
But she says that paychecks are going up. No, wages are not going up, and we're looking at an economic crash there, honey, which means wages are going to go back down.
Yeah, and for a perfect example of this, just look at what they announced this week with Toys R Us stores closing.
Yeah.
All the Toys R Us stores closing, 30,000 employees out of their jobs.
It's kind of weird.
Their CEOs are still going to net millions of dollars in benefits.
Yeah.
Benefits and their bonuses and stuff that they get at the end of the year. 30,000 people out of a job, no more paycheck. CEOs get to fucking pocket every single one of those person's severance package.
And
how about that?
Oh god, that one pisses me off because the worst part about it is it's not because of declining sales or anything like that. It's
because Bain Capital threw all their fucking debt onto Toys R Us.
Is that what happened? I was like, I think that Toys R Us was like struggling that bad.
They weren't.
Like of all the big box stores, Toys R Us was one that nobody
it was all it was all back end stuff. The company got saddled with debt that wasn't actually theirs.
Got it.
Yes.
Shit unregulated capitalism.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Bain Capital made it so that almost out of every dollar that came into Toys R Us profit, 90% of it went to pay off other debts. So they didn't get to reinvest in the stores. They didn't get to
capitalism. Got it.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that? Now that all those bills are fucking going to go to somebody else because, we can't afford to pay for this. They went bankrupt. Oh, yeah, that's great.
Lovely.
Hey, Mitt Romney killed fucking toy stores. Hey, just remember that next time you go to vote about people. Just fuckers. Especially here in Utah where he's running for senator. Fucking, God damn it.
The economy has also added more than 2 million new jobs. The black unemployment rate is at just 6.9%, the second lowest ever recorded.
Quit your lying, Tommy.
That's expected. I'm sorry, but that's actually expected.
Yeah.
Black unemployment is down. So is all unemployment by and large. But
thanks to the Obama administration's budgets. And
Yes.
Yeah, it's not looking good going forward.
But
Trump has had control
going forward, but it's also not good employment. It's also not high paying jobs. Yeah, they have jobs.
Service industry.
But they're not good jobs.
Let's do a quick telling the people how the things work here. The federal government works on a different fiscal year than the calendar year.
Yes.
The fiscal year ends at the very end of September, begins at the very beginning of October.
Yeah.
So when President Trump took the White House in January of 2017, he was still working on the budget and all of the stuff that came through from Obama because he took over when Obama was president in October. He had 3 months until he handed it over to Trump. And so for the months that followed after Trump became into office, he just got to skate on 9 months of somebody else's budget.
And economic growth.
Yeah. And so when we have...
Because the economy does not directly follow the presidency. That's the thing that these people like. No, it takes a few years. That's why Obama's first couple of years
were shaky
struggled economically because the Bush era.
He brought us back from the brink. Yes.
Yeah, the Bush era tanked us, and then he brought us back. Like some really great economic policies that were just the start. Hillary would have continued them. But they were just the start because it takes a long time to recover an economy. This shit is bad. Oh, and by the way, if anyone's some conservatives are like, "Oh, you want to raise taxes on the middle class?" Actually, no. I'm actually for tax cuts on the middle class. There's a lot of evidence that short-term cuts on the middle class and then a stabilizing of taxes on the middle class is actually really good for the economy.
Yeah.
Like 8 years of cuts, like severe tax cuts on the middle class and zero taxes for the lower class, but way higher taxes for the upper class could actually be hugely beneficial for the economy. And then you kind of stabilize it out, right? Like, okay, then you kind of bring it up a little bit on the middle class and then you bring it a little bit down on the upper class. And then you start to have that competition again. And that's how we stabilize an economy, right?
Right.
Lower and then
the 1950s all over again.
Yeah.
What the realization that most people don't quite have is economic recovery takes easily twice as long as the damage.
The downfall. Yeah.
Look, and so yes, I'm all for tax cuts on the middle class, but the thing is the tax cuts the middle class got on this one are tiny,
very
small.
Pennies. They're pennies, and the upper class have got huge fucking tax cuts, and that heading us for an economic crash.
We're gonna get comments. I think you guys don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea. If they only knew the day job. You know?
Yeah,
if they only knew.
We only knew.
So.
They only knew. Yeah.
Let's let Tommy get back to it because we've gone 10 minutes now and we've only got 30 seconds of Tomi Lahren talking. So here we go.
Oh, and the Hispanic unemployment rate was at just 4.9% last month, just a tenth of a percentage above a historic low.
I'm just going to let that slide.
And here's the thing about new jobs, low unemployment, and economic growth. They help all Americans, black, white, brown, left, right, and center. Is that the kind of accomplishment you want to impeach?
Especially
President Trump
the
is
rich,
also dedicated to protecting our homeland. The number of people caught trying to sneak across the Mexican border has plunged to a 46-year low.
Weird.
Thanks to Obama.
Yeah.
Obama.
Okay. The reason
we're not going to get stuck in the reads. We're going to just move along.
Yeah.
Let's just move along because
let's just say
they think this is in a year. They think this is in a year.
This has all happened in 1 year.
Right. The presidency does not have that much of an impact in and of itself in a single year on these things. What that presidency and his administration, what they do, can have an impact.
Like
so,
4 to 8 years down the road.
Yeah.
Usually you don't see anything major good happening within presidencies until that third year, because, and as sad as it is, you need that to happen then, because when you start running for re-election,
right.
You have a platform to run on. See all the good stuff that I'm doing here? It definitely does not fucking happen in 1 year.
No, the thing is, what you want to see with a presidency is nothing significantly bad happening for at least the first 2 years. So,
firing Andrew McCabe was such a smart thing for them to do.
what we're seeing right now is the beginnings of some serious downturns.
This is heads on fire.
Corruption. It's the corruption. I'm sorry, the corruption is so rampant that they haven't actually done anything, and the tax plan is shit. They don't even know how they're going to address it. Once like the shit starts coming down, they're like, we don't fucking know. We don't know.
We don't care. It's time for the Democrats to fix it because they always do.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's let her say some more.
And the percentage of illegal immigrants arrested for criminal activity across the country is up to 92%. How about ISIS?
92% of what?
Well, under this commander-in-chief, they've been decimated and control little territory in the Middle East.
Thanks once again to most of the work that fucking Obama did.
Most of the work that Obama did.
Yeah,
but a lot of that was also other countries.
Yeah. A lot of people are tired of their shit.
Yeah, in a year, you think Trump...
He's done all this in 1 year. You remember that plan that he was going to have, that he was going to give his generals, but he was going to keep it secret and not talk about it.
You know what he's really done? He's like done one. He has ordered like 1 or 2 strikes.
And he's all bad, poorly planned, and also
doesn't take responsibility.
60% of diplomats have quit under him. Mm-hmm. These are diplomats that have survived multiple presidencies, either 2 to 3. Mm-hmm. And
because the State Department needs to be independent of the fucking presidency.
Yeah, and Rex Tillerson was incompetent at best.
Oh yeah.
And yet we're gonna put the ex-CIA director in the fucking State Department, which is just sour.
We don't have a diplomat, and I could be wrong, and please, listeners, correct me, but I'm pretty sure, I'm on like an 85 on this one, 85% sure, that we don't have a diplomat to Pakistan. No, I'm sorry, it's Somalia. I'm really sure. We lost our diplomat to Somalia. You know what Somalia is? Super duper important for us for our anti-terrorist organizations.
Mm-hmm.
Super duper important to access to anti-terrorist organizations, and we don't have a diplomat there anymore because they quit. Quit.
People need to understand is that usually in State Department offices and in embassies and stuff, that's usually just the government front for spy operations.
Usually, yeah.
It's one of those things where it's every country agrees that's what's happening. You know, we
diplomacy is super important, though. Diplomacy is so important. It's
all cloak and dagger kind of stuff. It's like
It's all combined cloak and dagger. But diplomacy is so important, and we've gotten so much better at it in our current
the information age.
In the information age, diplomacy has gotten better, whereas spying, although gotten better, war has lessened.
Yeah.
And that's because diplomacy has gotten so good. We've gotten so good at diplomacy.
I prefer the handful of deaths over the Cold War than fucking World War II or World War I. I prefer that.
I'd take that.
Almost every historian would agree with you there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Tommy.
Sure.
And despite the hysteria over President Trump's tweets and his, quote, tone, North Korean rocket man Kim Jong-un has decided to come to the table.
And you guys gave Trump the biggest fucking head about this. You sucked his dick so hard for this whole North Korea thing that was going on. Meanwhile, we have tape of you when Barack Obama was talking about this, when he was running for office, that he said, I would be open to talking to North Korea. You're like, oh, of course he would be willing to talk to him. He's a communist. And it's just,
yeah. Oh, they were like,
fucking assholes.
Right. He was like, no, I have so many conditions. I just laid them out here.
Right.
And they're trying to give Trump the credit here.
Those
even though
it was South Korea. It was South Korea.
Oh, and do you remember when I said earlier that if we existed in an objective world and all of us were perfectly objective, then it would be fine to feed a puppy to a turtle? And I said, we don't exist in an objective world.
True.
Same thing here. Same thing fucking here. We don't exist in an objective world. There is no inherent problem with a president talking to North Korea. There's no inherent problem.
No, there's not.
It's this fucking asshole.
Right.
So unstable and so swayed by people being nice to him that we have a fucking problem. It's not the talking to dictators that's inherently the problem.
Right.
It's this fucking guy.
No. Yeah, this is I would not trust this guy to negotiate
a ham sandwich.
Anything.
Yeah,
God damn it. God damn it. I wouldn't trust him with an order to the corner deli.
Yeah, he would show up with a fucking like pepper jack and pumpernickel sandwich with pimento loaf. It would be just disgusting.
He eats his steak well done.
With ketchup.
With ketchup.
Ugh.
No.
Ugh. No. Fucking wrong.
Is it historic? Yes. Is it impeachable? No.
That's not what anyone wanted to
impeaching him for. We're going to get him for obstruction of justice.
Well, that's
we're also going to get him on RICO. We're also going to get him on so many other things.
Corruption and
emoluments. We're going to get him on.
Yeah. No one wants to impeach him over talking to North Korea, but we want him impeached before he talks to North Korea.
Yeah,
please.
Again, because we don't live in an objective world.
November is going to. This is the most important fucking. Besides 2016, this is the most important election that you can take part in.
Just fucking vote. Just do it. Yes. Oh my God, you guys have been doing so amazing too. You guys have been kicking
your purity
ass.
tests.
Yeah.
Fuck your purity tests. Vote for somebody that is not Republican.
No.
That's all you got to do. Just don't vote the R.
You guys have been kicking ass, by the way. Because seriously, like, just I can't believe these elections. You guys are amazing. Everyone who's voting in these states where you've had these runoff elections, you guys have been doing.
Western Pennsylvania, I couldn't believe that shit.
You guys are amazing.
Lamb won. Wow,
you are amazing. Fucking keep getting it, you guys. We got this. Do not get complacent. Do not think we're gonna win just because we've been winning. No, we're on this. This is our fight. This is our war. You got it. You guys are kicking ass. Keep doing it. Everyone, everywhere. And I mean here in Utah too. Get your asses out there and vote. Get your ass out there and vote, because we have proven that even in Pennsylvania, we can fucking win. We can do this. Come on up.
Double-digit positive for Republicans, and we flipped that shit. We flipped it.
Sandy, Utah, we got a white supremacist ousted. A fucking racist piece of shit kicked out of the city council. Just in a tiny little city race, and we did it. We can do it in Utah. We can do it anywhere. You guys can do it. You're on it. You're on it. Killing it.
All right.
Keep doing it.
Tommy, bring us home. What are we going to say now?
Trump's done all this and more with virtually no help from Democrats. And you want to impeach him for what? Keeping his promises?
He hasn't kept a single goddamn promise.
Not a one. Not a one.
And also, let's also put up that whole, without any support from Democrats. You guys have the majority in the governorships. You have the majority in the courts. You have the majority in the fucking Senate. You have the majority in the House, and you're the presidency. if you can't get shit passed, you do not know how to govern. Obama got shit done, even though he had a Congress that said no for 6 of the years that he was in.
He passed Obamacare without having the majority in the House and the Senate. That means Republicans voted for it.
Civil activist groups are shelling out millions to stop a president who is winning. And you can't even give us one solid and honest reason why.
Motherfucker, we just said it.
There have been so many given. I'm sorry, but if
you have to be willfully ignorant at this point.
No, that's what she is. That describes her.
That's Fox News listeners in general, really.
Tommy does not give a shit about being honest.
No, she doesn't.
Let's be honest.
She doesn't.
Yeah, and she kicks dogs. Let's remember that too.
She does.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, we're going to glance right past that one. Google that one, people. Just look that up on your own.
Yeah, fucking dog.
Have you instead thought of donating your millions to causes you say you believe in, instead of wasting it on a campaign to destroy a president you're simply jealous of?
I'm not donating money to Mueller.
I'm
not jealous.
Really? Really? Do you think you could find one person, a single person, find me a single goddamn person on the face of the planet that is jealous of that man?
Of Donald J. Trump.
That is not one of his sons. Okay?
We have a billionaire who probably benefited from the tax cut.
Oh,
that has come up, and he started a impeach Trump fucking road tour that's going on right now. He doesn't have to. He could sit at home and count his fucking billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, some of us have a thing called empathy.
Again,
I am benefiting completely from the tax plan, and once that runs out, it will be my taxes will go up to what they were before. So
Felicia, they only banned it as short term so people could vote in further tax breaks upon that. And it's like, no, it's political.
No, that's a lie.
Oh, it's truly
and also, it doesn't matter because this is exactly what I said to my coworkers, because one of them was like, we might be praising Trump's name soon. I said, absolutely not. My opposition to the tax plan is not based on my benefit. Because my overall benefit is from a society that is far more equal than less. Because my overall life benefit is going to be from a society that embraces more equality.
The best comeback to that is, well, when Obama did it, were you praising him?
Yeah, because he did it, and I really enjoyed it. And not gonna lie, my paycheck feels real good. But that doesn't mean that I appreciate the tax. And I just said earlier that I'm not opposed to tax cuts on the middle class inherently.
Well, sure.
Yeah, that Obama middle class tax cut was great.
It was great.
It stimulated the economy, because you know what middle class people do when they get money?
We spend it.
Yeah. Do you know what else happened during that time? My mortgage didn't go up. My healthcare costs didn't go up.
You're going to have people rioting in the streets if we're no longer allowed to take interest off on our taxes. Interest paid towards mortgages on our taxes.
Yeah.
White people really hate that shit.
Riots.
White people watch their mortgages. Watch white people watch their mortgages. They watch their.
Oh yeah. Because it's the most costly thing we have on a monthly basis
for a third of your life.
Yeah. It's
because I'm not one of those people that can pay for a house in 10 years. Thank you very much. Not in this fucking climate. So Tommy.
Another rant. House prices. House prices is another fucking rant, because the inflation of house prices has far outmatched the inflation of wages. That's not even close. In the inflation of every other price, house prices have gone insane. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, because we can't do anything to fix that.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So Tommy, go ahead and keep praising your fucking Der Fuhrer.
He's not shit.
No, he hasn't.
Other than completely destabilize our diplomatic relations.
He's destabilized everything. Everything.
I'm surprised she didn't bring up the Supreme Court justice that he got in.
Well, no, they would, except he's slowly kind of starting to look like a fairly reasonable judge.
Hey, how about that?
Doesn't always agree with him.
I still don't like Gorsuch, but
I don't.
I don't.
If RBG can influence him, then I'm good.
Yeah.
RBG,
which is what happens in the first couple of years of a new judge being in there. Like, oh, I didn't realize how fucking
he's got like Sotomayor and RBG in there being like, okay, honey, let's talk about this. And he's like, that sounds fairly reasonable. I'm being exposed to women who know what the fuck they're talking about for once.
Oh, that's a compelling note.
All right, that's enough.